Hi Countryside, it's Joe Smith, your general manager, and today is Friday, January 10th. And we're back on site with Mike McDonald, and as promised, our special guest, Sal Grillo, who is on our 2.0 renovation committee. And Sal's our resident electrician. Sal, that was the field you were in for your whole career,
34
correct?
years.
34 years?
Union Electrician, local union number 3 in New York City.
Excellent, excellent. So we're in this tight space here, which is our new electrical room, and I look at this piece of equipment behind me, and frankly, it's a little frightening.
No.
But for you, come over here. This doesn't scare you. So
not a big deal.
we've got a lot of good updates today, but let's talk a little bit about our electrical system and what's going on here.
So outside you have the main transformer.
Yep.
That feeds not only the power inside this building, also for the wellness center. So now what happens now is FPL brings their power, obviously, to transformer. We bring our wiring from the back of the switch here. This is the main switch for the power distribution.
Okay.
We have 6 sets of cable that go from this switch to the transformers. So now those cables will be terminated into the transformer.
Yep.
And they'll be terminated on the back side of this switch, right here. So what you're looking here now is the main disconnect switch for the whole
building.
The whole building. This switch shuts down, turns on.
Yeah.
Everything inside the building.
Yeah.
So now from here, if you look at this piece down below, this is all the copper detailed bus bar that feeds the power to all the individual breakers of the equipment. And where you see these cables here and there, those go out to the individual panels for each section of the building.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much basically how it works.
Yeah, I was asking the guys the other day about these new panels on the wall here, just inside the loading dock. Because again, I'm not familiar with all this, so I said, "Isn't this everything?" And they were explaining that no, this is just kind of where it all comes in, and then it gets redistributed out there.
Distributed out to all the different panels within the building. That's correct.
Awesome. So you were mentioning to me this surge protector.
Correct. That surge protector.
Tell me about this.
So basically, this is going to be the surge protector. It's a little small, but just in size, this will do the job. So this surge protector gets mounted on the side of the equipment here.
Yep.
And basically, it gets fed off of a 30 amp circuit breaker. And what they do is they mount the breaker as close as possible to the incoming power, and that's going to protect whatever piece of equipment from a power surge.
Gotcha.
Now, I personally wouldn't rely just on this. I would still have other individual surge protectors around where needed, but this is the main switch, which is required by code now.
Okay.
But normally on jobs this size, they will always have surge protection.
Yeah.
But that's basically it. That's how it works. It just ties in.
Well, certainly an upgrade from what we had previously.
Correct.
You know, those panels we had prior were pre-aged and looked nothing like this.
The late 80s,
yeah. So, well, that's good. I mean, this was the piece of equipment that we were concerned with the long lead time, if you recall.
Correct.
I remember, both you guys were kind of leading the charge with that, and in the meetings we were talking about the proper sizing and how long the lead time was. So, this is a good milestone to be at, right? With the work we're seeing here.
There were situations where it was almost a year lead time on some sizes of equipment.
Yeah.
Which was not good for us.
Right.
But we were able to get this fairly quickly, which worked out.
5 months, which is...
Yeah, I mean, better than 1 year, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So let's talk about the generator scenario.
Yeah.
So outside the building, we are going to have a hub that you're going to be able to connect a generator to feed the essential items that we want fed during a power outage.
Yep.
A couple AC units, refrigeration, equipment, so on and so forth.
Yep.
So now what happens is outside there's what you call a manual transfer switch. So what that does is that switch just basically allows you to feed the panel that's going to feed the essential equipment from permanent power to the generator power.
Right.
Cut and dry. So it's just the power comes in, to that transfer switch, feeds out on normal operation, and then when you switch the generator, it's just a matter of hitting the switch, transfers over to the generator, and we have constant power going to, like I said, refrigeration units, whatever AC we want. Probably what they have what's called an inverter to feed for emergency lighting, things of that nature.
So can I ask you a stupid question?
No stupid question.
When I look at that section on the wall, I just see wires coming out of one and going right back into the other. So they
Correct.
cut that, install a switch there?
That's basically, so it's gonna come in, and then there'll be another set of switch wires coming out to the
Gotcha.
panel inside the building.
Gotcha.
And all that does is it's just a switch that goes from left to right.
Yep.
And feeds permanent power to generator power. That's basically how it
Piece of cake.
That's all.
So we're not installing a generator, as we've told the community. We're just going to have an agreement with a company that they will furnish us a generator on short notice to the size we need, and they'll bring it right in. And fuel source will be diesel or propane. Most likely.
Yeah, either or. They do have the gas generators too. We have fuel on site, both diesel and gas.
Sure.
For our maintenance crew. And yeah, these agreements that exist, essentially it's like an insurance policy. You pay an annual fee, and in the event you need a generator, you're guaranteed to have one.
Sure.
If you don't need it, you're out the money, but that's how it's an operating cost. It's a safety measure. So, protects tens of thousands worth of inventory, and of course we want to keep the building temperature controlled if we can, and whatnot.
Keep the server going.
Keep the server going, the network, So it's essential. It's important. With a project of this size, we certainly wouldn't want to leave that out.
Sure.
Just came through how many storms this past summer? Two fairly major storms.
Right.
And we're going to get the question asked: why didn't we install a permanent generator?
Yeah.
Well, numerous reasons. One is, where do we put it?
Yeah.
Okay, and real estate is not at a premium here to install it. Two, just the upkeep, maintenance, running it twice a month, whatever it is. It probably over time might be more cost effective than to buy a generator.
Essentially you got a motor sitting there on site. You got to change the oil. You could do everything that you would do on your vehicle.
It's depreciating from the minute you get it.
Yeah. So it's like this is not a bad setup.
No, absolutely
not a bad setup at all.
Absolutely not.
Good.
So,
This will work for us.
good stuff.
Yep. Very good.
Well, I don't want to take away, focus on the electricity, but there's some other things going on in the project too.
Sure.
No, you want to trade spots? So yeah, there's some other progress that we've made in the last couple weeks.
Sure. The roofers are finishing up today.
Yeah.
Most roofing's in. We got a little patch that they took some old tiles away. They're putting new tiles in.
Yeah.
They're working on grouting all the ridges. And otherwise, we're dry from the weather. The building's 100% dry.
Yep.
Most of the window glass is in. A couple panels here or there where one got cracked, so they're replacing that. Doors are going in about a week, but not all of them. As we've said, we want to keep window swing every door because there's still construction traffic going through. So you don't want to take a $5,000 door with hurricane glass in it and have some guy with his tools smash through it. So we'll start to secure the building though slowly with the other doors. Electricians.
How about the Eurowall?
Eurowall's in. You should put that in your clip. 32-foot wide folding door.
Pretty impressive.
Looks real nice.
Yeah.
Swings real easy, but those panels are heavy. You can feel it. They're 10 feet tall, hurricane glass.
Took those guys 11 hours to install it.
Yeah. That's a special skill.
No, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And that door, I think, was about $50,000.
Yeah.
So that's, but that really makes the experience of the bar, have the inside and outside wide open with the wall. So that looks real nice. Sheetrock is on the schedule for the 16th, just close to the end of next week.
Yeah.
So we're ready in some areas, other areas are still progressing. You'll see the bar, HVAC work is going, the ductwork's going in above the ceiling up there. And they're pretty well done in most other areas. They're just getting determinations as the ceiling framing goes in. The outside is mostly done. They've painted all the stucco that's finished. We have a little stucco work left at the bar and at the pool cafe on the inside surfaces, the ceilings of those outdoor spaces.
Yep.
will be stuccoed. So they're holding off. They're doing the rough wiring now and terminating all the lighting.
That's right.
Up in those ceilings. The sprinkler contractor's working. They're the last guy in on the above ceiling work. So they're reusing some of our piping and they're connecting up all the new piping. They're working on the main water supply. The main feed is already done underground. So that sprinkler system is coming together. That'll be the next 2 or 3 weeks there. Big change outside is the swimming pool.
That's right.
So the clip will show the guys, they've already excavated, they're formed, and now they're doing the rebar. It's mostly done on the bottom. They're working up the sides. So I think we're shooting concrete in 2 or 3 weeks on the pool.
If there's any question on whether or not the pool is large enough,
Yeah.
hopefully we've answered that with what you're seeing out there. I mean,
And it pretty well fills the space we have
it's a big pool.
with allowance for
It's a big pool.
some patio space.
Yeah.
So I think it fits pretty good.
Yeah.
I know
That's
we pushed and pulled that thing, changed the shape a little. Tried to make it as interactive experience for members as possible, where you can sit in the pool in 3, 4
It's
different
going to
areas.
serve multiple uses. You know, laps, aerobics, lounging. I mean, it's
Right. Yep.
it's a good.
And there's some arms of patio that stick right into
Yeah.
the pool, so you can sort of sit with water all around you.
Yeah.
There'll be umbrellas and tables, so nice experience, and you can see it coming together. Paving is on the schedule in about a month, so they still have to finish. There's a big pile of dirt at the south parking lot. That's going to be moved over to the new entrance. As we've discussed, the entry driveway is going to be raised 3 feet.
Yeah.
That's been approved. We're moving ahead. Firm bids will come in next week, but we're a go on that. So we're going to transform the main entrance so that it's level. When you pull up in your car, you can walk straight into the building.
Yeah.
So all that excess fill will save us some money. Instead of paying to take it away, we're actually going to shift it over there. They've also started demolishing the old bathroom sheetrock. We gave them the green light to move ahead to upgrade the 2 original bathrooms in the front hallway. So the flooring's going to be redone. They're going to re-sheetrock, repaint the whole inside, and save the vanity top, the granite, but we're going to paint the woodwork. And just give it a real aesthetic refresh.
Freshen up, it'll make a big difference.
So the demo happened last week. We got all the moldy old sheetrock out of there, and we're ready for new rough-in in the walls, and that's moving forward too.
Beautiful.
So looking good.
It's a lot.
Yep.
Good way to start the new year.
Right.
So
Yeah, we're kind of in a grinding period here where all the mechanics are doing the fine work of wiring, the last bit of piping. So you don't see the big progress other than the things we've talked about. There's just a lot of electricians and plumbers doing all the final water connections down to the bathroom fixtures. A lot of work in the kitchen going on for that rough in. So you're going to see a lot of technical finish up by the mechanics over the next month. Then we'll sheetrock, paint, and then they can terminate with fixtures.
Right, and the inside work starts, which will be really great.
Sure.
You know, start seeing flooring and finishes and whatnot. So that's going to be excellent.
So we did not transfer the power into this switchgear cabinet today.
That's right.
There's a couple parts that are missing, so they're going to get that work done in a day we pick. Next week we have to tell the community again when the power shutdown is. But they're pretty much ready on our side. They just need to do, the power company needs to do a couple things.
Hopefully it's not going to be as long of a time frame throughout the day as it was today.
I think it's a 3 or 4 hour activity.
So Sal and I were talking. I said, well, at least we didn't go backwards. We still made some progress, but this is a big one. You know, a lot of coordination.
Sure.
So
yeah, they did pull all the cable in today, which is, as Sal said, 6 pipes with 4 large cables in each pipe. And it takes a special winch to pull it through. It's a lot of force to pull that through.
As we speak, they're terminating the cables in the back of the
beautiful.
Yeah.
Good
so we'll be ready for the switch over to power.
Awesome.
On a day that we select, probably next week.
Awesome. Good stuff. Last thought, I've had some residents ask me about the roofs because we have a patch of tile on the back of the building that is old tile, right? We tied into it.
Yes.
And obviously you've got all this new tile that looks bright and shiny, and then we've got some old tile that is in dire need of cleaning. So we are cleaning the roofs actually on all 3 buildings, the Pro Shop, this building, and the Wellness Center the week of January 27th. So as we approach, the month of February, the roofs will be all clean and matching each other. And I think at that point, you're not even going to notice where they tied in the new tile on
Yeah,
this
your
building.
tile's 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, it's not that
too
old,
bad.
so that'll happen.
And then I believe after they wash, they're gonna start the second coat of paint.
Correct.
So this way there's no
Yes.
staining on the side
Yeah,
of the building.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, correct.
And they'll
So-
do a window cleaning at the end of the job
Yeah.
as well. So,
Yeah.
because the windows are going to keep getting dirty with all this dust around the building.
Yeah.
Every time guy walks by, they kick up dust.
Yeah.
And if it's rainy or whatever, that just sticks
Yeah.
to the windows. So the glass is going
Yeah.
to be dirty till the end of the job when they'll do a final cleaning of the whole.
Right.
Yep.
So excellent.
Yeah. Generally, we're still on target for about April 1st.
Yep.
Plus or minus. We're waiting on some fine tuning of the schedule for that front entry work, which they have pegged at about 40 days of work.
Yep.
But there's still some activities to be built in there.
Yeah.
And once we see all of that, again, the goal is to get that done at the same time as all the other site work wraps up.
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Does that cover it?
That covers it.
Great update, as
Great.
usual. Countryside, don't forget, we have our town hall meeting Monday, 13th at 4 o'clock at New Hope Church. We'll have
Yes.
an update
Sure.
with some progress photos as part of that meeting. So come attend that, bring your questions. And as always, you guys are awesome. The committee's awesome. Thanks for all you do.
Sure.
Thank you, Sal, for coming on camera. You guys are just doing great work for the community. So,
Thank you very much.
Countryside, any questions, comments, send it our way. And we'll see you around the club real soon. Thank you.